What's up, everyone? It's your girl, Time. And y'all know what time it is. It's time for another lesbian love. All right. This is letter number, where we at? We're at number 15. All right. And y'all do know this is season 2. Go ahead, hit the thumbs up button for season 2. If you have not checked out the previous love letters, go ahead and do that. I do have it all nice and neatly in a playlist waiting just for you. And if you have a question or a situation that you want advice from an older lesbian perspective, go ahead, hit me up at Dyke Lyfe podcast at gmail.com. All right. And all parties will remain confidential. I suggest you don't put no names in there, but I'm not saying nada. All right. Again, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Y'all ready? Let's go. All right. Dear Dyke Lyfe, I finally found a woman who is everything I want. Emotionally available, thoughtful, smart, funny, financially stable. All right. But the sex is underwhelming. It's not that she doesn't try, she does. But we have completely different energies. I'm more dominant, she is too. Neither of us wants to switch. We've tried to communicate, but it ends in awkward silence or in her feeling insecure. I'm scared to hurt her feelings, but also scared to spend the rest of my life not being satisfied. Is this something that will get better with time, or are we just not compatible in bed? All right, so to me, this letter's kind of. Oh wait, there's another line. Let me scroll down. Everything else is perfect, but is that enough? Sign Dom needs Dom. Okay. The letter itself is kind of all over the place, right? Because you said that you have completely different energies, but it really sounds like y'all have the same energy. You said that you're more dominant, but she is too, and neither of you all wants to switch. All right. So what I'm hearing is that neither one of you all wants to compromise, and without being compromising in a relationship, it's really not gonna work, right? Now you said that you try communicating, but it ends in an awkward silence or her feeling insecure. You don't want to hurt her feelings, but you don't want to be unsatisfied. Which I mean, I believe that is a fair thing. If you both are dom, but she I guess is a shy dom, then that may be a hierarchy within the relationship. Uh, Somebody's gonna have to compromise. I mean, if you all like the same thing, so y'all gonna have to compromise. Y'all are going to have to compromise. I don't know if, and then you say neither one of you all want to switch. So how is this gonna work? You know what I mean? Like maybe y'all take turns, just one being the more submissive, and then the other y'all switch. Y'all have to do some type of compromise, right? And this is why there's not a lot of stud on stud, dom on dom relationships, because both parties typically want the same thing and want to do the same thing and want something different from their partner. And so when you have two humans that want the same thing and want I guess, to do the same thing, then you're going to have a conflict. So you all are either going to have to compromise, and one of you all, I don't want to say submit, but be more submissive and let the other take the lead, or just work together. I mean, you all are still women, right? So what is it that is not flowing together? You know, try to introduce something a little bit new. You know, go to the toy store together, or the sex toy store together. Do a little role playing. You know, without you all wanting to switch, it's not going to work. Y'all are wanting something from the other that the other is not willing to to give. So I don't see it working unless you know decide that it's just not important, because you say that everything else is perfect, but is that enough? Then you can always, I don't know how you feel about the whole pie situation. Maybe y'all can add in a film that this is a weird situation without compromise. All right, it's a very very strange and weird situation, because with typical stud on stud, everybody is women, so they do women stuff to women, each other. You know what I mean? So, and you didn't go into detail on what exactly y'all do, what y'all don't do. At the end of the day, and both of you all, because I would imagine that she's not being satisfied either. If she want you to do stuff that you're not willing to do, and you're wanting her to do stuff that, wait, if she's wanting you to do stuff that you're not willing to do, and you're wanting her to do stuff that she's not willing to do, then neither one of you all are satisfied. And y'all have the right to feel that. It may be that y'all are not compatible. But clearly, it sounds like you all are not compatible, because, like I said before, usually studs, when they mess with each other, they know that they're still women in bed, and they're gonna do lesbian activities. Lesbian activities are just lesbian activities. And what this kind of sounds like is that two touch me nots trying to figure it out. And I'm not saying that y'all are touch me nots. Y'all, I don't know what it is, y'all. But if you're more dominant, you said that she's more dominant, she is too. Yeah, I don't know. Without compromising, this is probably going to end up tragically. Especially if y'all don't maybe add in a film that you all could do film things on or with, and in conjunction with. That's the only thing that I can say. Y'all either compromise or y'all go your separate ways. Because at some point, uh, y'all gonna get really frustrated. It's gonna turn to anger, and it's gonna turn to resentment, and it's just gonna be a mess. It's just gonna be a mess. So you said everything is perfect, but is that enough? That's for you to answer. If your needs are not getting met, and y'all are like two bulls locking horns, then it's not gonna get any better. It's not gonna get any better. So my suggestion, once again, if somebody's going to compromise, y'all might take turns being a little bit softer. Uh, you know, uh, you leave one day, she leaves the next day. Y'all go back and forth so that it balances out. But that is compromise. Or just decide to remain friends. You know, you have to determine if sex weighs heavier than everything else. If you have everything else that you need, you have to determine that. And if y'all, maybe you all can date outside of the relationship if you don't really do a poly thing. But with a poly thing, I would imagine that would be a little bit more intimate, because you all are all together. If you love her, you want to be intimate with her, then I don't know. But even with that, that can turn into a whole situation as well. So, but I wish you all the best of luck, because this is a very interesting situation, especially without compromising, opening up, pun intended. and just resting in your I ain't gonna say that. Just resting in your lesbianism. Because at the end of the day, you all both lesbians, you all have the same parts. And in love and in sex, there is always a compromise. So with that, that bids you an adieu. And make sure you all hit the thumbs up button. I'll holler at y'all next time. Stay slow.